Hi, and welcome to this little seminar I'm doing over and over again. Well, not the same thing, but the seminar is over and over again. I think this is 1.5 years I've been doing this now, so welcome. Today I'm going to show 4 little free Max for Live devices. The first one is actually a modular device that's converted into a free sound source. So if I go into here, so this is how Plets looks like. It's well, it was a closed system before that. The company went, they closed the company. So now everything is online and people can copy it and stuff. So now people are building it. So and I'll add in the YouTube description where you can get it. So this, if I can go down there. What? Sometimes the mouse, why won't you jump down there? Let's do it like this. There we see it. So we have this machine and it's just an oscillator. So if we click to this, you can see, well, now it's pretty grumsy, but it's just a saw, square, triangle, and you know, the 4 basic shapes that's in here. But you can hear, we have it like this, and we can hear that something more is going on. So we can tune the frequencies, but you can hear it goes in semitones. We have harmonics. And like that, we have timbre, morph, and we can modulate. Wow, it's slow on my computer. We can turn FM up if we want to. We can have delay, so it's almost like a envelope. Then we can colorize it. And then we have volume, and we have different settings where we can set different parameters to going outside. But the main thing is that we can kind of change. I'm going to zoom out because this is doing it slow, and then we're going to do this instead. Sorry about this. Whoops. Much better. So now we can also see what's happening in here. So just different sounds. FM. So it really sounds great by small little knobs you can turn. And there is not much to say about it, then it sounds really good. Do like chords and set the chord increment. Small little sounds. We can have that next one row again. More percussive stuff over here. Like a noise. Small little rain stuff. So this sounds almost like a resonator. And if we lower this, if I can, here we go, and put in some reverb and a delay, there is really nice sounds in this little kick drum. Very weak kick drum. Snare drum. And that's it about this machine. What you have to think is coming from a modular synth, and that's pretty hard to make a chord on a modular synth because it's pretty much a mono system. So when this came out on a modular, you could actually do chords, and that was a big thing. So, and you know, you have a lot of different sound sources to make percussion stuff, and you still have that here in Ableton. I think it's a really nice little piece of machine that's easy to do some nice sound work with. Cool. Then we have another module. That's the Turing Maschine. And I know my... So, what this does, I'm going to stop here. What this does, it's kind of randomizing a lot of sequences. So it's called semi-randomized sequencer, because we can lock it. So the first thing you see is these, it will kind of generate all the time. The only thing with this is I cannot find where I can, I can go up here if I want to go lighter in the, not even. So we can also lock pulses here. You can see it's the pulses that we kind of control. So we can say we just want these two, and the rhythm. Let's just pause this because I can't fucking hear myself. That's the problem with it, that it will just randomize doing something. The cool thing is that this is a lock. So if we take a little better sound, let's hear it now. Now we got up to... We can lock this now. Now it has this. Say, I don't like that. I double click and lock it again. So now it has it. And it has a double, so it will be double as long as this way. Let me find a sound that just sounds better with this device. So we can actually keep on listening to this until I get sick in my head. Then, no. Deep. Let's just try that one and listen to this. That's a chord. Why does it play a chord? Oh, maybe it's this. I'll just load it up again because something happened. That time, Turing Maschine. No? Shouldn't send out a chord. Why isn't it? That's weird. Because it only sounds great. Let's put in this one and then in mono instead. Let's just take the one I know best and just hit voices 1. Something like that. Here we go. So you can see now we can lock it. So now it's locked and we can go up. I have it in 2. Then we can go in like length, it's 16th. Have a new one. The clock, just took 16th note. So you can get actually some, I really like it. It's really cool, especially for live, let's say you did live techno. You could just set this and lock it again. You have a completely new one that makes sense. Let's open this up. Or double length. And you can lock like different 7F and G and a D. So now we have a minor, maybe not this one, here we go. And the pulses, you kind of lock which, let's say, which notes you want to hear. If we open up Vital and take the cutoff here, we can map this to here and turn that on. That. So now it will also take the D off and the G off. Lock it. And now it's kind of more dynamic. So Turing Maschine is a nice way to make really nice sequences that you're not totally in control of, but kinda is. And you can take this, now we'll kinda randomize it and hold it. So it adds a little bit more when you kinda opens it up and randomize it full up. Lock it. It's some of the, so the question was, well, if I have this halfway, it will add notes once in a while into the new sequence. So it will change keys, but not fast, just once in a while. Yeah, so now you can hear the beep. Well, now the break stopped now, the break came again, and yeah, different stuff. Just lock it to that. Cool. That was Turing Maschine and the Plets, but it's called something weird, so I don't know how Flechtwerk. Then we have Acid. So Acid is also a free sequencer. That is also just generating, let's find a acid sound. Acid, and let's say one oscillator acid. It's just a VST, very simple VST, but it sounds acid-ish right from the beginning. You could, I could build it in analog if I want to. It's very simple. It's like analog, but just in a VST. But the filter is a little bit more dirty in this one, so it sounds a little bit more like a 303. So, and sometimes this happens with, here we go, and there's no sound. Why is that? Here comes sound out. Let's just try all over again. Now there's no sound. What the heck is happening today? Okay, I'm starting Ableton. It needs to be rebooted. 2 seconds. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes something happens, and this is a brand new update. It's called Ableton 1.1.1. So you can see Ableton 12.1.1. So let's try again, and then let's open up the camera so you can see me. Input and enable camera and Logitech. There we go. But oh, it's this camera thing that makes it go very slow when it's also kind of yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. We do it without the camera because then maybe that's doing something. You could do it without the camera. Let's see here. That was asset we put on here, and then let's see if it. There we go, and then let's. Wow, it's low. 140. Let's put some so the thing is, it doesn't do much, but it does it very well with the asset baseline. So you just hit generate on the head. Let's say we like this. So if I hold this here on preset, hold shift and press, you can see it's dark gray now. So now we save the preset, so we can do, let's say we like that. Put this on 2, shift. Yep, shift, press 3. Now we can go back to that. We can also set an LFO to scan these 3 if we want to. So we'll jump between these. We could also set length to be bigger if we want to. I like it on 16th, but otherwise it just gets too crazy. So I like this better. We can also zoom in and see where we have them and fold the rest, so we can see it's a G. It's only 3 notes, so it won't jump. We could press clip, and it made a clip for us. So that's pretty handy. And again, generate is the same. So we will just generate. It's the same as this button. So this one is how much it will. Now it's really much randomized. So I would keep this on 1. It makes more sense to have this on 1. But it depends on what you want. Yeah. Then you have down here, we could do pitch. That's how much the pitch is. We could do velocity. That's the velocity we can go in and correct. The blue is glide, just so you know. So you can see this is the glide, where how much glide we want. And slide as well, so how much it's gonna slide between these two. And that's pretty much it as well. But you can see when you map all these, I made one that's called CIGNO, Signal, Asset, Acid machine. So it's the same machine as this. Just if we hit play and have one MIDI note. No, we don't need a MIDI note. We could just do this. And then the sound, I think it's the sound engine that's a problem. Because there comes sound of it. I can see the inputs of it. Let's try and put in, okay, heck, let's build one. Analog. So now my machine doesn't actually work because I had something with the filter. I could put this to filter decay. I could take a new rhythm. I could do random presets. So I made for myself, if I open up here and open Acid up, you can see I have made all of them, some presets I like. So now it will just jump with an LFO. This LFO with a random step generator. So it will kind of change my presets through that. You can see it's just linked to this one. That's it. So let's take that off. So I just generated a new. That's nice. So let's say we like this, and we're gonna open up like 4 more of these, because then I didn't plan to do this because I had made something, but let's just make it. Macro 9 is gonna be a reso, octave on macro 10, detune. Let's play this and filter 2 to 12, reso to 13. Because open up 2 more. Because now we can open snapshots, and this is leaning up to the last Max for Live that's free as well. Normally on these macros, you have to push with the button to get it to launch. There's no automation on this, but this makes it so we can actually randomize the presets fluently, and that's pretty cool. So let's say we like this, new. We're gonna take this down an octave, and maybe some frequency and resonance up here. Octave, make new, variation, add delay, add new. Let's make that new. So now we have 4 strings. We're gonna stop it right now. Cool. Now we can close this. We don't need to look at that. We need to don't look at that, and not look at that, and not look at that. So the last one I'm going to show is this Markov Variations. So we're going to put it inside. And now you can see it actually, if I do 3, if I delete this, now it's only 3. So let's make another one new. So then the 4 comes up. Right now it's set to auto. So right now it sounds like that. I can hit left, so it will go this way around. So now it changed, and look what happens to all these things we did. it's kind of going fluently. So if we take, you can take it by transient, so it will change for the sound. If we want to have fast changes, I don't like that as much because it's really fast. It will go. I like to have this on auto, and let's say every second bar it will change randomly. So over here is the transition changes. So we can set which one is more favored than others and how it should go. Right now we can set that on green. We can choose it, so it's only on the green one here. So I can say this, you can see if I take the purple one or pink one, you can see the green points more this way to this. So, and then if I choose this one, I would say I want this to go more this way. So you can set that where the range it should be. You can also say all and say everything should be mostly to this guy or mostly to this guy, or I want everything to be equaled out as much. So we have this random going through the presets. And you can see it just, it's not moving this one, it's more when this is changing, it will just randomly change. And this is the first snapshot changer I've ever seen, and it's totally free as well. So you can, when you have snapshots, you can have these going randomly instead of you have to physically use your mouse. You can't even put a key to change it. So yeah, it's really nice. Yes? Any questions?
The Markov variation?
Yes.
You just put it at the end of the chain?
So,
Any of the macros?
good question. So if I just put it in the end of the chain, if I take it out, you can see it's empty now. So I have to tell it if it's left or right for the here. So if I say left, it will find it. If it's inside the rack, it has to be parent. So then you could find it. You can also put it in front. Maybe not in this, but it has to be left. If you have something else afterward, you want to have, you know, put it in between two racks, and then you have to say it on the right side. Yeah. So it just needs to figure out the routing where it should make, yeah. But it's a very nice, cool little device. I've never seen it before, yeah. But I was like, finally, somebody made something that could change them by themselves. Yeah. So.
Can you think of like some good use cases for that?
Pretty much generative music, yeah. That kind of makes it itself. I've used it a lot for something that should be on the same. It should sound the same, but change stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Especially when you can do the intervals by 16 bars. Let's say over a period of time, it should change. Yeah, yeah. It's good for like art installations and all that stuff that it will kind of change itself. Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool, and you can set how fast the knobs should kind of turn by these bias and spray over here. Okay. Yeah. So
it doesn't change. It doesn't jump from one value to the other.
It kind of slides. Right? Yes, but you can set it to, I think, random glide. Now it just changes right away. And the random glide here, I think if we, let's see if it does that when it change. And change. Oh, that was fast. Let's say spray. Transition. That's 16th note. Maybe. That's faster. Oh, that's bars. We could do it over one bar, I think. Yeah, now it goes slow. Yeah. So the transition and the glide you can also set to free in milliseconds, how fast you want it to So
Super nice.
it's really cool.
Yeah.
So there is some control over it. And there's also control over the direction of which should go where. So it's not completely random. So, but it will have, in some degree, a little bit of randomness. You can't set the path just where you want it, because sometimes the probability for it to go this way or this way, I know it's narrow, but at some point it will go that way. Yeah. So yeah. 4 nice little machines that's totally free, and I would put them up in the description in YouTube where you can get them. Cool. That's it for today. Remember to just drop by Rumkraft. First time it's free, otherwise it's 100 kroner for a month. So, well, a little bit more than a coffee when you buy, so it's okay. Yeah. So, yeah,